y'all, welcome to Joy's Antique. I'm Rhonda, and today I just want to show you what I've been working on for my design team project for Odulcina scrap. And I decided to go with her legal size kit, and I ended up buying the other two as well because I loved them so much. But I wanted to make some of the legal bundles, the document bundles. But when I printed one off, I had printed it off on onion skin paper. And let me show you that really quick because a lot of y'all have been asking me about that. And so it's just this really thin, kind of translucent paper. And I Googled it because I had bought my box just at a secondhand shop or a garage sale or something. And it just literally came in a box that said Gilbert paper. And that's all it says. So it's this really old box. I don't know how old it is, but I've been using it for a lot of projects. So I Googled it just to see if I could find any more vintage onion skin paper, and several things came up. So I'll try to put a link below just in case you're interested in that. But I had printed this one on onion skin paper, and my printer pulled it through really crooked. But I didn't want to throw it away. So I just started kind of playing and folding, seeing what I could come up with it. And I ended up like making this bigger size bag. And it just went from that to getting cuter and cuter with everything I did. So I wanted to show you a few that I had made today and then walk through the steps of how I did them. And Ruby and Pearl, when I started making it, I remembered Ruby and Pearl XO has a video on making these little bags with the printables. So check that out too, because she has a lot of great ideas and has a really good video on that. Okay, so I wanted to show you. So this was the one that I actually printed off crooked. And once I did this one, then it's like, hey, I'm making more. So I really liked making it. And I'll show you how I folded it. And that was a mistake too, but it ended up making me have to think about how I could cover that up. And when I did that, then it just gave me an idea to do this little lace on the side and add some pretties to the front. So it ended up just kind of being one of those things that just evolved into this cute little bag. So on this one, I have this pretty pink lace, and that came from Grace B Creations. She had had a giveaway, and I won the Happy Mail, and I have a video about that if you want to watch that and see what all I ended up with in that giveaway. But I put this little pink lace that she had, and this was an Anna Griffin cut and embossed folder, and I just inked it up around the edges, and I had a little paper ruffle that I had made, and then some more lace that I had gotten in that giveaway. So it turned out really cute. This was some seam binding ribbon that I bought from a lady on Etsy, but she no longer is on there, so I was kind of sad about that, but I'm still just using up what I have in stock. So there's that one. This one was another one of the documents, and these I all printed legal size, but you can still use the same printable kit and print it on just the regular size paper. But these are the legal size, and I cut them, trimmed them out, and folded them. And so this is another. This was a butterfly that came in that giveaway, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. And then also this embossed paper. I had this lace in my stash. This was one of the little ribbon roses. So there's another cute one. Now these I went ahead, since I printed on the regular paper size, then I used my vellum. Actually, it's tracing paper. It's tracing paper, but it's a lot like vellum. So this is just what I ordered off of Amazon, and it was inexpensive. I think I had a 2-pack when I ordered this, and it was more economical that way. So I printed on this tracing paper. And it's a little stiffer, a little, you know, it's sturdier, but it tears a little easy sometimes if you're not careful. So you just have to be careful when you're folding it. But there's this one, and it's that really pretty pattern. And I love how translucent this looks. So that's the fun thing about using that tracing paper. And then there's this one. And this is another one of those hearts from the Anna Griffin embossing folders that cut and emboss. So this one, the pattern is just that, and it's on the tracing paper too. So I thought we would make a few together today. Oh, and on this one, I think I'm gonna do the same thing I did with this heart and add this little heart. So I'll still have to add that with put a eyelet in it and hang that from it. So let's just get into making a few, and I'll show you how I folded them. So I wanted to show you the difference in how they turn out. So this is printed on the onion skin paper, and so I'll just trim that out. And then this one is on the tracing paper, so you can hear the difference in the paper. So I've already got some cut out. So this one I printed on the onion skin paper, but I forgot to switch it back to the legal size. So it printed it smaller, which is fine. I'll just make a small one. So I kind of just went with the lines on this when I folded them. See, I wanted to try to keep most of the writing. I think I'm going to do it like this. And I'm going to back it out just a little bit, because when I put my lace under here, I want this to still show. So this is how I made the mistake. I just glued it haphazardly wherever, and then I had this big seam on the front side, and I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with that? So I ended up, you know, realizing that, hey, that would be a neat little tuck spot for some lace or some embossed paper, book paper, or whatever. So it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So you can fold it and let it be wherever on the front you want, because when you put the lace under there, it's going to completely cover the fact that you have a seam on the front. Just kind of glue this together here. I just used my this glue, my Yoo-hoo stick, and I'm just going to kind of do that little corner where it meets. So then I just turn it over, and I'm going to turn up that tiny little edge there, just like half an inch or so. And then I'm going to open up this, and I'm going to bring that little seam where I folded it. I'm going to let that be the center and bring it in and make the triangle on each side. Let me see if I can zoom in. Just like that. So I'm going to take my finger and fold that little fold right to the center, like that. So that's how you usually find like the gift bags and stuff folded and stuff like that. So I just kind of took from that and figured out how to glue it together and fold it. So then I'm just going to fold this up like that, put them together as closely as you can. If you end up with a little bit hanging over right here, you can always just trim it off if it bothers you from that back flap. But I'm good with it just like that. So once that's glued together, then I'm going to come back and put glue on this edge and fold it into it. Like that. So there's the back side. So remember, the front side stays unglued for now until you get your lace and stuff in there. Okay, so I have some laces and stuff pulled out. So I think I'm just going to cut a piece of this. It's about the right size. And so I'm going to tuck that under here. I'm just going to play for a second and see what I want to put on here, how I want to layer it before I glue it. So got that like that. I have some little pieces of paper I got from that giveaway still. So I may tear a little piece off of this. I also have book paper. I think I'm just going to go with this though. I kind of like the look of this. I'm just going to tear it down that. And then I'm going to tuck it under here too and just want to see how I want to layer this. And I have some tape that I colored to look old, so I think I'm going to put a piece of it right here. Let me grab that. Okay, so I'm not sure how well this turned out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go under here and just catch this edge here to begin with. Get this all the way under. You have to, you can use your scissors and kind of tuck it in there in that glue. Just make sure it's straight, however you want it to look. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to glue this edge under. Like that. So then I'll take and tear this and cut the lace. Just like that. So let me find some stuff to finish decorating it. I think I'm going to take this, which also came in my giveaway. I'm going to put it right there. So let me glue that down. It's going to add the perfect touch. Just like that. Okay, so now I'm going to add some lace back here, or a book page. I think since this already has the writing, I'm just going to do the lace so it doesn't clash with each other. Add a little glue. And that's cute. So let's add a little something here to hang. I kind of like this. Just gonna make a little bow. I'm gonna glue it right there. And it's as simple as that. It turns out super cute. And then you can always put them in your journals, or you can tuck a little mini journal in it, or the ephemera. Just lots of cute little things you can do with it. Put a little gift in it. So there's that one. Okay, so I have a piece of the onion skin paper printed off right here. And then I have a piece of the vellum. And then I also have just a regular piece of paper, so that you can see how we can make that work too. This actually might have been a legal size, but you could do the same thing on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. So I'm going to show you that you can use any of these things to make these little baggies, and they're really cute. And so I'm going to see, I want the actual recipe to show the name of the recipe. So I'm going to use it as my front and just kind of wrap the rest of it to meet it. And it doesn't have to overlap a whole bunch, just enough to catch it really good. And it just depends on what you want to show and what you want to hide as to how you fold it. So, but that's the back side. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, so then I'm going to take and fold it backwards and fold it up just like that. And that's just like a 1/2 inch or so. So fold that up, and then I'm going to glue this little piece to this one so I can have those to stay where they need to. I'm just going to put a little bit to hold it down. And then I'm going to turn it up, and on the corners, I'm going to take and, let me zoom in just a little bit. I'm going to take and crease that little seam there to be straight in line with this line. So there's the seam from where I folded it, and it's going to be straight with this. So I'm just going to make that little triangle in that corner, and then I'm going to come over here and do the same thing. Just make it meet that line and form the triangle. So then you have that. And then I'm going to turn around and fold this up, and I'm going to glue these. So I'm going to take and open the middle up and glue these two together. Seal them really good. And then I'm going to turn around and glue this to the actual outside of the bag. So that'll fold up like that. Okay, so then when we come back over here, this is what normally would be on the back side that you would not see. But with my mistake, it ended up being an extra little spot to, you know, put the lace kind of tucked under and layer there. So I'm just sticking with it. So then I'm going to find a few pieces of lace. Let's go with this white one. Or let's try this one, or we could layer them. I might kind of like that one, but you can't see the recipe that way. This one was a little bit too frou-frou, covers up too much. I think I'm going to go with that one. I'm going to measure this. Go ahead and cut that because it's easier to work with when you cut it. And then I'm just going to slip under here and put a good bead of glue. And then just slide that under there. Like that. And then you can come back and trim this. Alright, so we've got that. Okay, so now I'm going to put this little piece of velvet ribbon down the middle. And that's already cute. So there's that. Alright, so now maybe we can take and use this behind there. And I'm just going to tuck that in here so it stands up a little bit. And then I can always reshape it or trim it whenever I know what I want it to look like. And then I have this little piece that came in that stuff that I won, and I ripped it off the top piece, and I'm going to kind of put it in here at an angle, I think. So I'm going to do that really quick. Glue that down. I just want it to look like it's just kind of naturally been stuck in there. Okay, so here's this one. The lace, the velvet ribbon, the sari silk bow, actually the seam binding bow, and then those two little pieces of recipe book pages and lace. So there's that, and that's just strictly made with regular paper, so it's just as cute. So let's make one more together. So this is a piece of vellum, and I'm just going to fold it and get it ready for the next steps. So now I'll just turn it over and fold up that bottom edge, glue that little flap that needs to attach to the other section, and then I'm going to open it up and form those little triangles in the corners and get that ready to glue. So I'm just going to glue that closed, and then I will turn around and fold that up, or down in this case, and attach it. And then I'm going to actually glue the other side to the back. So now that I've got that done, I'm going to flip it back over, and I'm going to find something to go on the front. So I know I've used this lace a lot, but I think I'm going to use it again on this one because I really like how it looks with this green. And instead of tucking under, I'm going to glue it on top. And that's something else. I mean, you don't have to make a mistake on these bags to put stuff on the front of them. You can just add, whatever to the front. But because of my mistake, it led me to tuck stuff under it and try something new with it. So, but on this one, I'm just going to glue it shut, and then I'm going to glue that lace to the front. And I think it looks really pretty on this pattern with the green. So from here, I am going to I'm going to trim that little piece off first, and then I'm going to find something to tuck in that back pocket. So I think I'm going to cut a piece off of this and tuck it in that back pocket. So it doesn't have to be a very big piece, but I think that one will work perfect. So now I'm just going to open it up and kind of tuck it, make sure it's the right size, and go ahead and get that glued in there. So as you glue, you just need to kind of keep your front separated from the back so that it doesn't glue down on top of each other and actually close your bag. So there's that, looking really cute. So here I have a die cut, and then I have another little piece that I cut off of one of the little houses from another kit that she has. And I think it's really pretty. So I've glued that down now, and I have a little butterfly, and then I just glued some embossed paper and some book paper. And the reason I've been gluing those to the edge is just to sturdy up those edges so they don't tear, and also to secure the lace from flopping, and it just makes it look more finished. So there's that one. Here's this little one that I just added some green lace, some little sparkly trim, this little flower trim, some lace, and some tulle. You can see the tulle, and part of a doily. So there's that one. And then there's this one. It's out of the onion skin paper. Added some lace in the background, book page, a little tulle bow, some little sparkly trim under there, lace, and then this little dangly tag. This one I really like. It was made with this page, and I just added the lace, some of the embossed paper, a little sari silk ribbon, and then some pearls hanging, and part of a doily, and then just a piece of a tea bag back here to bring the rest of this color on up to show behind that doily like that. So I love this one. This is one of my favorites. This one is an embroidery pattern, and I just brought in that green color with my seam bound and ribbon, and then some little buttons that I glued down, some more little crochet lace, a coffee filter that I ruffled, and then a piece of lace. That one's another one of my favorites. I think they're all my favorites. And then there's that one, the little hanging heart. Kind of simple, but it's really cute with that tracing paper. Here's the other one with the tracing paper that I think I showed at the beginning. Really sweet. Here's the blue one. I just added a little eyelet and some more Starry Silk ribbon to this one. The polka dot I thought looked really cute with this. And then this one. This one I really like too. I added the little sequin trim. That's how I finished that one off. This one with the newspaper. Turned out really sweet. And then back to this one. So I just love how they all turned out. So here's just to show you. This one is with onion skin paper. This one's with regular paper. And this one is with the tracing paper. So that's the 3 different looks that you get, and they're all beautiful. It's lots of fun, and I'll be making stuff to put in these. And you may see these in the future. So I just really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you got some inspiration, and that you'll go create some just with what you have. And if every mistake can turn into something really wonderful. So just don't sweat it. Like, let your mistakes lead you to something even better. So all right, well, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon. God bless.